We are spoiled for choice when it comes to multimodal reasoning model these days. Step 3 is a new large-scale multimodal reasoning model built on mixture of expert architecture with 321 billion total parameters, of which 38 billion are active per token. This model is quite huge, so you would need a multi GPU cluster in order to get it installed, but the good thing is that it is Apache 2 licensed, and if you're looking for something different in multimodality in open source, maybe this could be a good choice. In this video we are going to test it out hands-on various business real use cases, and we will see how it performs. This is Fahad Mirza. If this is the first time you are visiting the channel, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. This model is produced by StepFun, and we have been covering their models for a long time now. And their audio models are quite good whenever I have tested them. So I am quite interested to see how exactly this new reasoning model performs. Down the road, after we done some of the testing, I'm also going to describe its architecture in as simple words as possible, because I think that is very important to see how exactly these models are differing from each other at these nuanced levels. So let's get right into it and test it out. I'm going to use stepfun.ai, and you can also create your free account there and start testing it. Beware, you might get throttled, or you might run out of your credits, but I think give it a try and we will see how it goes. So first up, I'm already logged in, as you can see. Now if you just click on this downward arrow, you will see that there is step 3, which is the model we are talking about, and then there is a bit of an older DSR1 model. So I have already selected this step 3. The first example which I'm going to test out is this one. So this is a bit of an academic paper on stats and math, and I'm going to ask this model to extract this text with equation, with charts and everything, and then reason on zero flow day analysis, which is this. So let's see if model can do that. So I'm going to select this from my local system. So I have selected this PDF file and I'm asking it this question to explain it in simple words. Let's run this. It is going through it, and there you go. So I'm just testing it on the basis of this. I have already read it, and now you can see that the reason why this is so important is because this talks about the figure 1. So I'm expecting this to also go through the figure, and if I quickly go through it, it has done wonderfully well here. It is very targeted, no fluff, no extra detail. I think that's a very good answer. Very impressed by it. Okay, let's try out another one. And I will try to open a new conversation for each prompt by just clicking on this plus sign. You can also do the deep research, but I'm not going to do it at the moment. I'm just going to use the same model. Next example which I'm going to test out is again another academic paper. I'm going to just ask it to summarize this article, which is about real-time manufacturing. So let's check it out. I'm just going to select it, and I'm asking it to summarize this document. Let's wait for it. And it has started talking about that real-time monitoring. So OCR is really good for this model, as I can see, and its reasoning chain of thought is also quite good. Doesn't think for too long. And if I quickly go through it, not only the content is correct, and it has structured it quite nicely. It has described, mentioned key terms. It doesn't go into the detail because I asked it for summarization. So it is doing quite a good instruction following. Very nice. Okay, let's check out if it can read these equations. And also you see it is multilingual. It is in Chinese. And I'm asking it what these equations are about. Let's check it out. While it prints this answer, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel AI. Camel is a open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation, and you can find the link in video's description. Okay, let's go back to see what it has done. I'll just go up to check it out. Yep, this is a series and it is talking about initial equation, and it has obtained these equations pretty nicely. And then it is talking about the Chinese text. Even the text is in Chinese, it is giving me the answer in English. And if you read through it, you will see that model is quite on guard. It is not trying to say anything definite because I haven't given any context about the questions. So it is just talking about, while the exact context and purpose of the equations are not entirely clear due to the garbled formatting, yes, they appear to involve the study of inequalities. Spot on. Next, I'm going to test out this invoice with some numbers and stuff. And I'm asking it, is this invoice paid? If not, who should I pay it to? Let's see how it goes. There you go. It says the invoice has not been paid. The paid amount is listed at 0 and total due is 400. Yes, it is billed to Fred Davis on this address. All fictitious, by the way. Fairly nice. Amazing. Let's do a typical OCR. So this is a paragraph which contains various languages from Arabic to Russian, Hindi, and then German, French, English, of course. Let's see if it is able to detect these languages and if it can do this multilingual OCR. So this is what I'm asking it in this prompt, that extract the text and also identify the languages. There you go. So I'm quickly going through it. Okay, wow. You see, it is going above and beyond. Not only it is identifying the languages, yes, all of these languages are there. And I'm not sure, I haven't really used Latin here. Maybe it is just going too over above and beyond. I'll just show you this again. And this was my image again. It has done wonderfully well, by the way. And let's check out the Arabic one again. I'm not sure about Arabic. So if you're that native language speaker, please also advise, because you are the best judge. It has identified the words from various languages. I'll just scroll through. So this is your homework. So you have to read through it and then let me know in the comments what do you think. Visually checking, some of them look correct, some of them are not. Okay, so these are the languages. Let's try out another one. I'm going to provide this Intel's GPU, and then maybe I will try to ask it any of the question. Let's see if it can do VQA. Okay, so for this, I'm just asking it what is the TBP and price for this GPU. And if you see, there are a couple of GPUs here, 24 GB and 48 GB. Let's see if it is able to extract that. I don't think so there is any price mentioned in that. Let's see. Yes, so TBP, it has got it right, which is thermal desired power. The price is not mentioned. And did you see that how quick it was to go through this spec sheet, which is quite structured, but like, I mean, it is tabular, there are images, and it has gone through all of it, and then it has also extracted the URL, and very intelligently it is telling me, if I have more queries, just go to this website or sales email at Sparkle. Okay, that is fairly intelligent, I must say. Okay, and then there is this tech corp, like just a fictitious annual report of a company with a lot of business overview and a lot of statistics and other stuff of this. It's got a big report, and I'm asking the model to create me an executive summary for CEO from this report. Let's see how it goes, and I will let it run so that you would see the speed. There you go. And it is telling about key financial insights, and after introducing the report, and then it is going division by division, market position, product portfolio. Really good. Maybe it could trim it down a bit, but I think it is going into a bit more detail. But look, I have never been a CEO. If you are a CEO, please check it out, and if you think that this is CEO worthy, and secondly, maybe offer me a job. Okay, so that looks good. Let's do a final test on maybe this handwritten image and we will see how it does the OCR on it. There are some crossed out words too. So I'm asking it to not only extract the text, but also asking it, can you identify the crossed out words? And it says the crossed out words are not and love. I don't I don't think so. Love. I think this is hallucinating and it's not. It is do is or something like that. I think do is crossed out and this is not love. It is just talking about that. I think that is very hallucinated. Anyway, we managed to stretch the limit of the model. Now, as promised, let's talk slightly about bit of a dry topic, but I promise you're going to enjoy this. So just stay with me for a minute. I'm not going to take more time. I just wanted to tell you about the multimodal capabilities of this, as they are anchored in a vision encoder derived from EvaClip 5B, which extracts dense visual features before compressing them via 2D convolutions into a 16 times downsample token grid. These visual tokens are then fused with text embeddings and fed into LLM backbone that enables coherent joint reasoning over images and languages. And they have also shared a lot of detail around their training, which happens in two stages. First, the vision encoder is jointly refined with a small LLM on paired image text, and then it's frozen while the connector and main LLM are trained on a broad mix of multimodal data, where you could include like interleaved documents, OCR outputs, tables, GUIs, videos, synthetic reasoning tasks, and it goes on and on and on. Also, mainly this model is trained on English and Chinese data, but it can also do a decent job on other languages as we saw. But if it doesn't, we can't complain because model is just bilingual. That's it. Lot of other information, but you can go and check out around some GPU direct RDMA based communication and other stuff which they have done yeah, on their model. And this is actually, you can access the paper and lot of other stuff from their model card. You will find the link in video's description. That's it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, as that helps a lot. Thank you for all the support.